what's up you guys, Century Productions, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Marvel Legends Infinite Series A.I.M Soldier action figure. So here we got the A.I.M Soldier. He came in the Mandroid wave, came with the right arm of the Mandroid, and of course he was in a running change, or I don't know what you guys call it anymore, but I still refer to it as a running change, where the figures come with the same Build-A-Figure pieces, but it's two different figures. They did that with the Red Skull and the Hydra Soldiers, and then of course they did it with Baron Zemo and these A.I.M Soldiers here, and it gave you the opportunity to army build a little bit if you guys felt so inclined to do that. And I've never been much of an army builder, but when it came down to these guys and the Hydra Soldiers, I just felt like I had to get at least 3 of them. I got to give credit for 2 of these from Andrew on Facebook. Thanks, man. If you guys didn't know you could trade action figures on Facebook, well, you can. I admin the Marvel Legends community, which you'll see the link in the description below, where you can sell or trade figures. It's pretty safe most of the time. We're real sticklers on the people that try to scam others. We have a feedback document which allows you to know whether or not a person's safe to trade with. I mean, there's also lots of good stuff on there. It's just showing the love for the Marvel Legends, and it's a really cool page. So definitely check that out. That's in the link in the description below. And once again, thanks Andrew for these 2 guys. So here we got the A.I.M Soldier. Paint application is pretty basic, but I think they nailed the character perfectly. My favorite part of this figure, I have to say, is the head sculpt here. And I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but if you check out the blue where he's looking through his little visor here, you can see there's like little cut marks in it, kind of like mesh, kind of showing the material that he could look through. I think that is so badass. It just looks so good, and I love it. It's got this like weird like perforated edge to it. You can see there's like some, I don't know if that's sculpted like that. Maybe it's supposed to look like it's a flimsy type of material for the hat. It's kind of followed throughout the entire figure. The entire figure's got this kind of like glaze to it almost. It looks like it's a really nice yellow they used, and from what I understand, yellow is one of the harder colors to paint on a figure, so I think for this they did a kick-ass job. The only problem I might have is within the belt right here. You can see there's some black going on to some other colors here, but not a big deal. So we all know this guy came from the Captain America wave, and he came in the pack where you could get a Baron Zemo or an A.I.M Soldier, and that wave was released in 2 separate parts with the movie figures coming out later on. I just wish that they had released the A.I.M Soldiers and the Hydra Soldiers in the second set of the Marvel Legends, the ones that came with the movie figures, because it would have been so much easier to get these guys. But now that Hasbro announced that they're going to be selling case packs by single figures, maybe we'll have the opportunity to get a couple more of these guys. I'm not sure whether or not the A.I.M Soldiers and the Hydra Soldiers will be included in that, but Hasbro's definitely stepping up their game as of lately, and I just think it's awesome. So like I said, not really too much going on as far as paint on this figure, but we do have lots of detailing on him. Got these little buttons on the side of his forearm for his cuff right there. It does come with 2 trigger hands. We got this little belt that goes around him, and if you felt so inclined, you can take that off and can take off his belt if you wanted to. I think it looks pretty cool though. It's got a couple of grenades on there. It's got a bunch of pockets. Now on the back we got a couple more grenades, or maybe those are flash bombs or smoke bombs. I don't know exactly what the A.I.M Soldiers work with, but as far as the guns, I know exactly what they work with, so I'm going to put this guy back here for just 1 second. I'm going to show you guys these guns. You can see in the background these 2 fools, these 2 A.I.M Soldiers they each got an example of each of the guns. So here's a more in-depth look. Here's one of the first guns. This gun, I mean, you can see obviously right here that he can hold it very well, but you can't really get it in too many other positions as far as like him looking through the sights or anything, mainly because of how the head's shaped and how long this was the stock of the gun is. The stock of the gun is so long that it's hard to maneuver it up against like his shoulder if he was to like look down the sights or anything like that. So that is a kind of a drawback, but he does hold the gun very well in the down position, which is nice. You can see there's like a little A.I.M insignia right there, and some blue going through it. It's a very nicely detailed gun. Once again, it looks like it's a darker yellow than the actual A.I.M Soldier, but they look very nice together, and it's a kick-ass gun. Then of course he comes with a little handgun, which is my personal favorite, which fits very snugly in his hand, and this one just looks freaking badass, man. just love this thing. This is awesome. So yeah, those are both of the guns. So let's get into this figure. I believe this is a brand new body mold. I haven't seen anything like this, and if you guys wanted to know what one of the future figures that's going to be using this body mold is, going to be the Star-Lord from the Thanos Imperative set. It's going to come out on Comic-Con, or it's going to come out at Comic-Con this year. And if you guys aren't going to Comic-Con, you're still in luck, because more than likely that Hasbro Toy Shop's going to put it on their site. So just got to stay tuned. And this is a perfect body mold for Star-Lord. So yeah, as far as the articulation goes, well, first off, the head does pop off. So if you want to pop on one of those extra heads you've accumulated over the years, you can go ahead and do that. You just got to make sure it looks right. But the head does look left and right, front and back. Very nice range of motion on here. This little cuff around the neck doesn't get in the way too much, but sometimes you got to kind of maneuver around it a little bit. Same with this thing. This thing, you can his little belt, you can kind of maneuver around. Doesn't really hinder any of the articulation though. We go down into the arms, and of course basic articulation. I like how this is shaped though. It kind of gives it like the proper type of straight off kind of look, like he's wearing a suit or something. I think that's really badass. So we're at the arm, goes up and down, front and back. Piece of articulation right below the ball joint, 2 pieces at the elbow, and then of course we go into the wrist, which goes front and back and can do a 360-degree rotation. Go down to the diaphragm, we do have some articulation right there, and also we have the waist articulation. And it looks like this belt's made of a soft rubber, to where you can kind of manipulate it and move the belt around and allow to move the waist as well. So that's a really nice touch. Thanks Hasbro, you guys are doing great. We go down into the pants, and once again we can see like the military style type of uniform going on with the puffed out pants right there. I'm loving this figure. I love the direction they went with it. This is just awesome. So I really like that, and there's 2 pieces of articulation right there. Boom, 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 boom. You guys know where the articulation is. I feel weird for even asking you guys or telling you guys what the articulation is, but a lot of people request that you go through the articulation, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Since it's one of the only things I know how to do. Alright. But real quick, what do you guys think of this figure, man? Let me know in the comments. How many A.I.M soldiers do you guys have? I only got 3. I think I'm going to stick with 3, but I'd like to know if any of you guys have any ridiculous numbers like 40 or 50 A.I.M soldiers, or between the two, the Hydra and the A.I.M soldiers, which ones did you guys get the most of? I know I got more A.I.M soldiers than I did Hydra soldiers, but I'm on my way to building up my Hydra collection. We go down into the knee, 2 joints at the knee, and then of course I would have loved to see a piece of articulation between the boot and the pants right here, but unfortunately we didn't get that, but not that big a deal. We go down into the feet, and you can see there's lots of detailing on the shoes. We got a little buckle towards his ankle right there. We got peg holes, very nicely detailed. It looks to be just a plain black, but the articulation right here, it goes forward, and we got a really nice range of motion up, and of course we've got a pivot, and it looks like this little buckle that's been sculpted on the side here doesn't really get in the way because it's made of a soft rubber. So this is perfect. This is definitely the A.I.M soldier we've been looking for. So glad I got my hands on a couple of them. Once again, thanks to Andrew. And just make sure to get out there, stay tuned. I'll be reviewing the Hydra soldier probably tomorrow. And just watch out for those Hasbro case packs where you can probably buy multiple of these guys. So in the meantime, this is Century Productions. Let me know in the comments how many A.I.M soldiers or Hydra soldiers you guys got, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.